YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. If you haven't yet, or you're just new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like. It helps the channel out a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. We are here in the Coordinator 2, legendary coach, Dynasty Save here. We are currently an offensive coordinator with the Oregon Ducks. Last episode, I asked you to leave in the comments, do you like the change from head coach to OC when we had head coaching opportunities at schools like Alabama? Do you like the switch from being a defensive coordinator to an offensive coordinator? Let me know. There was no comments in the last one. So, again, go ahead, leave that here, or go and watch that one if you haven't, and leave the comment there. I will respond to them all. We are here. Recruiting is starting to come to a lull. We don't want to over-recruit for Oregon. They already have a lot of really great depth. We don't want to have them to make a decision to cut people and different things like that they don't need to by over-recruiting. So that's why the check mark is not there. We get to host a struggling University of Minnesota, which hurts my heart because if you are a mainstay here at the channel, you know I'm a big Minnesota fan. So let's go take care of business and move to 7-0. All right, we get to start the game here with the ball, see what we can come up with here against this defense. We're going to take a shot down the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked off. They have a superstar safety back there that just made a heck of a play on the football, and that is not a good look for us to start the day. Looked like he was open coming across. If we could have underthrown him a little bit more, it might have been a catch. But a great play by the safety. And no, I'm not only saying that because he's a gopher. I'm saying it because it was impressive. The defense does a great job, though, of keeping them out of the end zone. They do get 3 points after the interception. And Slade is hit in the backfield, and we are not off to a great start. Throw a pick, and we can't run the football against this Minnesota front. So we got to make sure we find what we need to find here, find our mojo, find a rhythm here as we move forward here in this first quarter. We are going to get it to Heaney, and that Bowie kid is a stud. Gets an interception, chases down our fastest receiver, and going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And we are going to get stopped. What a start by this Minnesota defense. I am thoroughly impressed, especially with their record, right? Like, how are they 1-5 if their defense is playing like this to start? And that might be the showing of why. Offense hasn't been able to really do much, and the punting game is terrible. We give it to Domnia. That Bowie man, maybe if we put him in the spin cycle, it's a little different of a result, but he's keeping us off the board. This time Slade's going to take it, and he's going to pick up a first down as well. We are starting to find cracks in the chink of the armor of this defense. And, if you're on the field as much as you have been already in this first quarter, you can already see them starting to wind down a little bit. But that D-tackle said, "What you talking about?" We aren't winding down or wearing down at all. We are ready to go toe-to-toe with you all day long. We hit the tight end on a crossing route. He's going to win the race to the end zone. Throw up touchdown, Ducks. Is that where the floodgates open? We'll see. We had that huge run by Domnia. He is back in the backfield again. Remember, he is also our second slot receiver. So when we have 2 slots out there, he is out there in the slot, hence why we see a lot of Slade. We are on track to getting our superstar running back, not next week, but the following week, if I remember correctly. I don't know what was happening with that defense, but it had me fooled. We're going to take a shot here. Culver is going to outrun the defender. What a absolute dot by the quarterback, but it is dropped. And we are going to have to punt again. And this punt is terrible as well. Oh, okay. That magnetism to the ball was insane. But we get the ball back. We got Ramsey on this little corner route. See if they're in man-to-man. They're not, but he's going to be able to get enough depth over the corner who is supposed to take the deep part of the route, and that is a touchdown. Throw up that O, give a little quack, touchdown Ducks. And we are starting to fly here a little bit. No pun intended with a bird, maybe pun intended a little bit, but we are back here on offense per being the offensive coordinator. Tight end outrunning the running back, or the linebacker, the running back, good Lord. Or the safety, can't really tell which one that was, but you can definitely tell that this Gopher defense is slow. Outside of that stud safety they have, he is unbelievable. Transfer to Oregon. We're going to step up. We don't get a block by our tight end. We almost threw the slot fade, but that might have been another interception. The safety back there, even if it wasn't Bowie, I'm still worried about the safety now because of the play that he made in the first drive. Excuse me. I have the hiccups right now, so pardon me if I just like randomly stop talking. Another first down. Oh, Dominic almost spun right out of that tackle, but he was not able to, so it's going to be 2nd and 12. It is 14-3, so still intact if you're the Gophers. That was a very physical route, but he ended up winning the route eventually, was Bigsby. See if we can get this first down here. We're trying to step up. We wanted to wait for Ramsey coming across the middle, but the rush got to us a little too quickly for that, so we are going to have to punt yet again. This is the most we've had to punt all season, it feels like. And we do get them inside the 10-yard line. So we should have pretty decent field position coming out. They had a booming punt then. We're going to step up yet again, and we get 2nd and inches. I thought we were going to be able to outrun that linebacker as well, but not quite fast enough from Cummins. But we get 9 yards, open up the playbook a little bit. Spin move by Domnia. Juke move. Oh, we weren't able to get our foot in the ground, but we do get the first down. We get a chunk of yardage. We got to continue to work here as the offense. Make sure that we are taking care of the football. Making good decisions as we hit Cummins on a nice little short route. That's something that we're missing, I think. When we get that open guy early, just get him the ball. We're always trying to extend and trying to make the big play. We just got to make the simple play. We do get outside of the pocket, but that is going to lead to an ineligible receiver downfield, apparently, because I don't know why he would be down the field, but there we go. All right, Domnia, do we get deep on the... Oh, no, that's a pick. Okay, that really messed with my brain. Domnia drops it. You're literally in the slot. Catch the ball. It's embarrassing we have to punt from here. What is our kicker? Punt inside the 13, not good enough from that spot either. Just like our offense hasn't been good enough today. Make this safety decide. We're going to give Culver another chance down the field. This time he gets an extra step, and he's going to dive into the end zone, throw up the O, give a little quack, touchdown, Ducks. And the Gophers offense starts to feel it a little bit. Goes down and gets another field goal to make it 21-6 to keep them within reach. Spin move by Domnia. We are going to get 9 on the screen pass. We're going to come back here. We're going to send Bigsby on a little crossing route. They are going to drop back into coverage. We're going to have Domnia come over with a little playmaker. He's going to make the catch and break a tackle. We're going to call timeout here. That's our second timeout of the half. Just give Domnia a little time to catch a breather. That safety, man, is insane. Oh my goodness, he was so open. Just closed the gap. They only get another field goal, though. That man is begging to be put on offense, put at receiver, something. Good Lord. Slade picks up a couple. It is 21-9. Offense needs to figure something out here. This is a bad look for the number 2 team in the nation, struggling with this poor team at home. Kind of one of those things where did we overlook them a little bit, right? Did we come in? We're at home. We've been dominating at home. They're on the struggle bus at 1-5. Are we just gonna walk in here and just dominate them on our home field? We cannot think that. Yes, we're the Oregon Ducks. We're not, we aren't at Wyoming where we don't have all the athletes. We're at Oregon. We're playing in the Big Ten. Not only do we as Oregon have the athletes, so does everybody else in the Big Ten. For the most part. Now, we have way more athletes in Minnesota, but their one athlete on defense is giving us a fit in that safety buoy. He is all over the place. There he is again with the knockout. This kid is unreal. How did he come to Minnesota? Good Lord. Domnia is going to run away from the linebacker. He is going to be stonewalled at the 1-yard line. That safety is dying back there. How would he do? He's doing the whole team on his back, essentially, and we're going to have to settle for a field goal. This is so uncharacteristic and embarrassing, to be quite honest with you. As a Gopher fan, I'm kind of like, okay, they're starting to feel a little bit. That's good. But as the OC of the Oregon Ducks, I'm like, what is happening? Only 24 points. Domnia going to seek his way through on the jet pass. We're going to continue to grind this clock. That's going to be the end of the third quarter, 24-9. Again, not the most efficient game of all time. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 4 punts, a chip shot field goal. Just not characteristic for the Ducks at all here this week against the Golden Gophers. But it's where we're at. We're going to pick up the first down with Slade on the inside zone. I'm going to try this FL cross again. See if they go man-to-man on Ramsey. They do. Cummins overthrows. One step in the route too soon to throw the ball, and it sails a little bit on him, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. There's no way he makes it. Oh, man. We are on the struggle bus right now. There we go. Did you just hear? I know the commentation is really, really quiet. This man just said he's doing a great job taking care of the ball. He hasn't thrown any interceptions today. This man's thrown 2 to the same guy. What do you mean we haven't thrown any interceptions today? Good Lord Almighty. Damnia, not really going to find much. We are floundering. Come on, Ramsey. Win off the line. They drop. We're still going to give Ramsey a chance. He should have a step. He does. Touchdown. Ducks. The safety was lurking. Bowie was lurking, but we had two. We had two routes going there. We're going to get to the end of the game here because it is pretty much out of reach. 38-9. This looks way better because of those 14 fourth quarter points, but it was a grind against that defense today. Insane play from the Golden Gophers defense. 17-26, 305, 4 touchdowns, those 2 interceptions by the absolute stud. 11 for 77 for Slade. Damnia only 8 for 25. So Slade he's coming on to be a really good workhorse for us in the absence of our absolute beast Keaton. Receiving-wise, Damnia 6. We did throw a lot of screen passes. 3 for Ramsey with 112 and 2 touchdowns. 2 for Heaney, 2 for Bigsby, 2 for Culver. Culver with a touchdown as well. Soro with a touchdown as well. Slade also got in the mix. I need to look at this. This junior, this kid is an absolute stud. He's from Minneapolis. No wonder he stayed home. This man is a stud. 2 picks today, 8 tackles leading the team. Unbelievable. Week 9, we get to host Indiana, another team that's struggling, not as bad as the Gophers. But, hey, the Gophers gave us a good fight. So, let's hop into this Week 9 matchup. All right. Taking a shot here to start. Heaney has a step, and we get the catch. What a catch on the sideline. Not the best throw from Cummins, but good enough to pick up a huge chunk of yardage. Not a touchdown to start, but big enough play there as we dump it off yet again to our tight end. Bigsby, rumbling, stumbling, and we can't block the blitzing corner and or the blitzing linebacker, so there's that. All right, here we go. Let's get Cummins the ball out in space here. He's going to get around. And the spin. Oh, what a play. Throw up the O, sir. Give a little quackity quack. You deserve it. Touchdown, Ducks. What a absolute speed demon from Cummins. I don't even think he has that much speed, but this Indiana defense is not fast enough to keep up. That is for sure. We're going to give him another chance on the run throw, and that is caught as well. What a ball by Cummins. We're going to review that. Yeah, right, sir. Not even close. All right, here we go. We are rolling offensively. I feel bad for Indiana because last week was kind of an embarrassment for us. We are going to make sure that it doesn't happen again. We are going to come at them fast and furious. We are going to be throwing the ball all over the place. We're going to gouge them with our run game. Damnia is going to run right by their slot receiver or corner, and he's going to get in the end zone, throw up the O, give a little quack, and another touchdown for the Ducks. And we are off and running. Defense is doing a good job keeping them off the board. They do drive down and get 3, but that is nothing compared to what we are about to go do again to score quickly unless they've had enough. And they're like, you know what, we're not going down like that. We finally get a dig route, and it's to the tight end. And he shows the speed to outrun the safety. And Bigsby, with a little speed burst, doesn't have the stamina or the speed to continue all the way to the end zone, but what a huge play by Bigsby there. We're going to look for him again. Don't have either one. We're going to step up. We're going to slide with Cummins. I said last game we're trying to do a little bit too much of that, but I did not want to force that dig route. And I didn't want to force that either, but I just decided to commit. Terrible idea. 3rd and inches. Here we go. Bigsby has been a huge part of the game so far. I was really nervous throwing that. That linebacker kind of sat on it. I was anticipating him running across with the receiver, but he didn't. And Domnia can't get into the end zone. What? Slade will. He's not going to be stopped. We're going to send the tight end in motion. He's going to go back and deliver a block. Slade in the end zone. Throw up the touchdown Ducks. That's a little too easy to give a little quack, don't you think? A little too easy. Here we go. We are rocking and rolling. I am feeling way better about this game than I did the last game. I tell you that. You can probably tell by my cadence. But man. And oh, by the way, in case any of y'all think I'm just I threw last game because it was the Gophers, don't even. My career as a coach is way more important than my fanfare of the Gophers. I tell you that for free. I will tell you that for free. Here we go, 3rd and 6. We're starting to stall a little bit. We're going to get this screen pass out to Slade. We're going to set up the one block. He's going to run over number 4. Where is he going? Down into the turf. That is a first down. Slade has been phenomenal. And that is one of the reasons why I kept Domnia out in the slot. I kind of mentioned it for when Keaton comes back. It's not a huge adjustment for a lot of people. Domnia still gets work in the slot and stuff like that. But Slade has been unreal. Oh, the spin move from Cummins. Let's go. Everybody is putting on a highlight reel today. Not a repeat performance of last week, as we are about to get into the end zone here yet again. But their defense, they make some plays. I mean, they're not just going to lay down. Cummins, why am I stepping up like that? Just stay in the pocket. That's tough. That's just bad. That's bad by me. Cummins, wide open, touchdown, Ducks. And it is getting a little too easy today for the Ducks. After last week's struggles, I'm going to continue to come back to it because, as I mentioned, it was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing showing by the offense. And as Cummins steps in yet again and delivers a strike to Bigsby, I have been really trying a lot harder across all of my series here on College Football 25. Go give the other ones a watch if you don't already. But I've been trying to make a conscious effort of not using the drags as much and waiting for that dig to come open behind the drag. And we've been doing better at it. Now, I throw the drag there because the linebackers dropped off. So I've been doing better just not relying on the drags and looking at the dig routes as well. So that's something that I want to continue to get better on as the next game approaches, as we fit that one in. Not able to come up with that. I think that was Soro, not Bigsby. If that was Bigsby, he was coming down with that all day. And went to the well one too many times. Bad throw by Cummins. That's going to be an interception. They're going to go down. They're going to score before the half. That is just not a good look. It is 13-28 now. Again, kind of letting them stay in the game a little bit with that turnover. Cummins going to scramble out yet again. We're going to use our first of our timeouts. 26 seconds left here in the first half. We're really looking to hit gold in that green and yellow touchdown area. Another scramble. Just now we're starting to rely on it a little too much, and I don't like it.
but gives us a better look on their defense. Cummins is going to hit Heaney, and that's going to be a touchdown. Throw up the O, give a little quack, and that's another Ducks touchdown. First half, off the chain, 35 points, but, I mean, Indiana, they're sticking with us. It is now 19 to 35. Fitting that one in again. Bigsby has been phenomenal today. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm glad that we weren't scared to throw that after the interception. We were trusting that Cummings was going to stay on point even after the mistake. We're going to hit Ramsey coming across the middle. 4 touchdowns for Cummins to that 1 interception in the first half. That corner was lightning quick. Holy. Either that, he had really good pursuit. One of the two. Do they drop back in coverage here? Kind of want to take a shot. We're going to give it to Domnia, though. We have not had very much room to run today, especially with Domnia. We're almost better off with Slade being in the backfield, I think. 3rd and 10. We're going to drop back here. We're going to rip this again to Bigsby. Stepping up in the pocket, poised, and just delivering a strike over the middle to his favorite target today in Bigsby yet again. We had that skinny post route. But Heaney fights his way into the end zone, showing that he's a little bit more than speed. Throw up the O, give a little whack, touchdown, Ducks. 42 to 19. Defense gets a stop, so we're going to hand it over to the CPU. And it's 45 to 19, and 52 to 19, and 59 to 19, and we absolutely turn it up in that fourth quarter. 21 first quarter points, 14 second quarter points. Just an absolute showing by the offense today to move to 8-0. Cummins, 22 of 29, 75% completion percentage, 461 and 7 touchdowns. What? 10 carries for Slade, 9 for Domnia. Neither one was running very well. Slade did get into the end zone once. Culver had 5 catches for 69 yards and 3 touchdowns. Heaney 3 catches and 105 for 2 touchdowns. But the star of the day, the man that never got into the end zone, but 7 receptions, 157. He averaged 22.4 yards per catch. Unbelievable day by the tight end. What a performance by the offense. All right. We don't have a bye week until, I think, the Army-Navy game. I swear. I think we had it pretty early. But I just wanted to give you a little update here on recruiting. We got the number 2 player in the nation in Rattay to come to Oregon. We got the 4th-ranked player in the nation in the run stopper Woods to also come to Oregon. We got the number 5, Richard, to also come to commit. Now, I was worried about recruiting the full thing, right? Our top 3 recruits are defensive players. And by the way, our top 4, because we got the number 10 player in the nation in Ryan Brooks, and he is a corner. And then we get, finally, the first offensive player, the 18th ranked player in the nation, Mario Sharp, as a running back. We got number 27. I keep moving him down the list. I don't know why. He's the only gem that we found. But he's also a defensive player. So, and then we get the wide receiver, number 20th. 23rd is another defensive player. 25th is a defensive player. And then we are in the 4-star realm. So, we had 9 5-star players. 8 of them were defensive players. So, The people that were all worried about, oh, he's just going to recruit offense. I wish I could just recruit offense and the defensive coordinator can handle this. I hope that comes in college football 26. I hope that that's the case, but I think that's a minor thing that they're going to overlook. Then we got right tackle Sharp. We got the scrambler DeBose. We got Meekins, who's a defensive player. Right tackle Balaga. Another middle linebacker in Schmidt. Wide receiver here, 4-star physical guy with 92 speed. He is the 69th player in the class, though. So he should be really highly rated coming out. Elusive back, Gem there, 52nd player in right tackle. Then we have an elusive back at 133. Then a free safety corner, right guard here, who's a pass protector I'm not crazy about. Then we have the center as a power and the corner. So we have 23 commits already. We only needed 19, I think. So I did over-recruit, and I already have these guys down here as well that we are more than likely going to get. So the head coach and us, quite frankly, are going to have a tough time in the offseason trying to figure out who's staying and who is going. And that is going to be the episode. I've been saying this for the last couple episodes. I think in this series, I don't know, the series are kind of mixing together at this point, but with college football 26 coming out here in about 3 weeks, that means, well, when this drops, it's in about 2 weeks. So that means we only have 2 more episodes of this. Are we going to get to the rest of the season? I hope so. We might have to just straight sim some of the games to get to the end of it, and then we can make our final decision. I haven't decided if we are going to just pick up where we're at in the college football 26 with the decision that I make. So if we become the head coach of, say, Michigan State. Why Michigan State? Don't know. First school outside of Minnesota that popped into my head. Then we create our coach to be the head coach there. Do we restart the series? Leave a comment. What do you think should be the plan moving forward? Because I do want to do this idea again since we started it like halfway through the year. This is episode 31. So we started about halfway through the year. So we'll try to figure out something here. With how we're doing that. I would love the help from you, though. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video and show the channel support. Leave a like, comment below as well. It helps a ton. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.